Okay guys, so let's get started. I first want to show you guys the product, read you guys the claims, then we can go ahead and apply it to the face and see the finish. So as you guys can see by the title of the video, I will be comparing it to the original Camo Concealer, which is more of a matte concealer. So upon first look, as you guys can see, it's the same exact packaging. So here is the unit carton for it, and again, this is the Hydrating Camo Concealer, and I did get the shade Medium Sand. I actually have the same shade in the regular Camo Concealer, but I wanted a darker shade because this is a little too light for me. But whenever I went to Target to pick up this Hydrating Concealer, I noticed that the same shade, which is Medium Sand, is actually darker and a different undertone, so I thought that was really odd. So I ended up getting the same shade, but they're not literally the same shade. So as you guys can see, that is the difference. It's the hydrating one, which is this one. It's a little bit darker, and I believe it's a little bit more like peachy toned. And here is the applicator. Again, it's just a really big doe foot. It's the exact same as the original. So the price is the same as the original. It is $6. 25 different shades. The finish is satin, and it is for normal to dry skin. It says that the wear time is all day, but the drying time gives you time to play, so it doesn't dry right off the bat. And it says that the shade actually dries to the color in the bottle. So it shouldn't be oxidizing or anything like that. All right, so I will say, I actually don't really remember how I felt about the original. I just remember I didn't really like it that much. It's not my favorite. For what I remember, it's just a little bit emollient and heavy, but I haven't used it in so long, so I really don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. And I'm really excited to try out the hydrating one because it is only $6 and it is full coverage for what I know from the original. So if this is actually a really nice full coverage $6 concealer, I mean, who wouldn't want that? I will say right off the bat, I don't really like the shade range. I actually went to Target and they didn't have very many shades to choose from, but even looking on the website, it just seems like the undertones are a little off, but I hope this works for me. Obviously the shades are different even though they're called the same, so they might look a little different in the brightening complex, but I'm not going anywhere, so if my face looks a little odd, that's okay. I just want to compare it and tell you guys the differences and which one I like best. So first of all, I'm gonna apply the original one, and I'm gonna put that on my left side, right side for you, and I'm gonna set it with my favorite powder. From what I remember is that this goes a long way, so you don't have to use that much, and I feel like I just did, but let's blend this out. That was very easy to blend out. It actually doesn't look as cakey as I remember it, and it's not giving me the full coverage that I remember, but it's actually looking really pretty under the eyes. So now I'm gonna just let that sit for a while, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply the hydrating. So this is the brand new concealer, and I feel like this shade is gonna be a lot better for me. Ooh, this is looking really good actually. Okay, so far, obviously this shade works a lot better for me. I am gonna go ahead and highlight a little bit. This shade is obviously not too highlighting, but I do have a couple of blemishes, and I always like to add concealer on my nose because my foundation always rubs off anyways. Already, I am liking the hydrating one better, not just for the shade, but also the formula. Just a quick tip, if you go a little too light on your concealer, sometimes it can actually make your under eyes look a little bit darker because it makes them look a little bit ashier, and I feel like that's what's happening right now. This side of my face just looks so much better, but I'm not gonna judge the shade because that's obviously my fault. But so far, so good. It looks so healthy under my eyes. I don't know if you guys can see that my eyes actually look, my under eyes look hydrated, but not overly hydrated. It's actually like a really pretty formula so far. They're both creasing a little bit because obviously I do have fine lines under my eyes, but I will say the original matte Camo Concealer is actually creasing more than the hydrating one. I will say though, I'm actually not getting full coverage out of either of them. I don't know if I just need to apply more. So that's actually what I'm gonna do. I'm going to start layering a little bit more and see if we can build it. I don't know why, I just thought I would get more coverage out of it. Okay, it's building. Okay, you can definitely achieve that full coverage. You just need to either use more product or just build on top of each other. So that's, again, the original. Now let's use the new hydrating one and hope that it can give us the same amount of full coverageness. By the way it applies is really easy. It blends out really easy, and so far it looks really, really good. Okay, so I have officially achieved full coverage. It looks so nice. It's so funny because my favorite two concealers that are high-end are actually the Too Faced Born This Way contour concealer and then the Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm getting major vibes of Tarte Shape Tape and Too Faced Born This Way, but I will say I do prefer the Tarte Shape Tape way more than this one, but so far this is very comparable and it looks really, really beautiful. So what I'm going to do is actually set my concealer with my favorite powder. I don't want to use anything new because I want to see how it truly wears. I do use the Haley's Beauty translucent powder, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I think I'm just going to finish the rest of my face to let it sit a little bit and I can give you guys my final thoughts. I don't know, I feel like this video is probably going to be pretty short, so I'll just keep my makeup routine in here. I'll just speed it up and put some music on it. Okay guys, so I am back and I'm really, really impressed. Like, I do like the original camo concealer. I just realized that I do like it, but I just realized that I love the hydrating one. It just, why am I like this? Why don't I take stickers off? Like, look at this. It's just, it looks so good. I will say, the camo concealer doesn't look bad at all. It looks fine, but the hydrating one, it just looks, it makes your skin just look more plump and healthy, and it gave me that coverage and it's set beautifully. I think my makeup looks awesome. I do have a blemish right here, which you guys probably can't see, and it's okay, trust me, you don't want to see it. But I did cover it up with concealer and set it, and I will say it's actually still peeking through. I don't know if you guys can see that. So do I think that this is really, really full coverage, like a Tarte Shape Tape kind of deal? No, but I still think that it gave me enough coverage to where me, who is a full coverage concealer queen, I'm happy with it. I think it looks really beautiful. I don't need spackle on my face, like I don't need that kind of coverage, but I don't think it's good for covering up imperfections fully. But it's interesting because under the eyes it actually gave me really, really good coverage, and it actually looks a lot better than the original one. Something about it just looks just way better. I will say I do have normal to dry skin, so obviously I really thought that this would be better for me anyways. And I will say this shade looks really beautiful. I'm gonna give this a big thumbs up. I'm gonna be using this a lot, so definitely watch out for this in my videos. Do I think you should buy it? Absolutely. I think it looks absolutely stunning, and I just really love that the drugstore is coming out with so many concealers. I literally have so many favorites. I could do a whole video on that if you guys are interested, so definitely let me know that. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know down below what you guys want to see next. I love you guys so much. Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.